Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Don.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Shut up. Is it really Thanksgiving already?
It's Thanksgiving week.
Oh, my God.
2024 is slowly disappearing.
That's fine. Well, then probably if it's a Thanksgiving episode, we should probably talk about Thanksgiving.
We probably should. What are you thankful for?
Nothing. No, everything. Are we talking about photography, family, all the above?
All of the above. Let's start with photography. What are some things that you're just really thankful for?
You know what I'm really thankful for? Lightroom, AI, ability to take out really annoying posts and things that take 30 seconds, which used to take me 6 hours to do in Photoshop.
Or just saving the time of having to open that image in Photoshop. Because
that also took 6 hours.
Yes.
What else? Just started listening to stuff.
I love all the new AI masking in Lightroom, and then Evoto too.
Yeah.
Using Evoto for headshot retouching is a total game changer.
You know what I haven't tried though is any of the AI culling stuff yet.
Oh, me neither. I'm too nervous.
I have a couple of friends that use it. You know them, that they use it and they love it because it learns from what you like. But I'm still nervous that it would take something that I would be like, no, that's so Jacob, leave it in.
Right. How do I tell it no, that's someone's grandfather who they didn't think would even make it to this event, but they're still here.
Yeah.
And I need every picture they're in, even if it's not a great one. Then I have to go back and do that myself anyway.
Yeah. So I'm not thankful for that yet.
Derailing.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to say this because I'm looking at it, but I am so thankful for my rolling bag that I use.
Okay.
Yes. It is the perfect rolling bag because it never tips over. It stays perfectly upright no matter how I have it packed. Even if I have my laptop in the front sleeve, which makes it front heavy.
Yeah.
Doesn't even
all right.
wobble. It's so great. And then it has straps so that when you open the flap, it can stay upright at a 90-degree angle. It doesn't just flop all the way down. It's the little things, Jacob.
I need a new bag. I need a new rolling bag.
Yeah.
I'm tired of my old ass bag.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tough because I've had it for so long and it's held up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's why do I need to change it? Because
I know. I bought this bag in 2016.
Yeah.
And all I've had to do is change the telescoping handle because I got a bunch of sand in it from beach weddings and it wasn't opening and closing properly. And they sent me, it was $20 to have the new handle system. And I just took the bag apart. Well, you showed me how to take the bag apart.
That's right. I did. See?
And just replace that. So in 8 years.
I'm thankful for making $20. I hope to make $20 soon.
I would love to make $20.
If I ever get rid of my bag, I'm going to have to old yeller it though. No, let me do it and just take it out of the bag and oh, poor girl.
She's been with you a long time.
She's seen some stuff. I'm thankful, especially because I've used these recently more. I mean, we've used these forever, but the 8200s with mag gels, those lights, it's the most significant purchase I think I've ever upgraded. Camera, sure. Lenses, sure. But we can't get over how bad it was what we used to shoot.
Yes. So the headshot software that I use, we have a Facebook user group.
Yeah. And
someone posted in the group that they've been using Alien Bees this whole time. And one of them, something finally died and they need to replace it. And they're like, well, I have brand new Pocket Wizard, so I don't need that. And everyone was like, buy Godox, Godox,
just
Godox.
Shut up and buy it, you idiot.
I can't imagine that he's been lugging batteries or having to plug lights in all of this time.
We just did a headshot gig where it was all 8200s and it worked amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With gels, with grids, especially the way we shoot at theme parks and things where we need to light a lot of things and quickly.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine never having those ever again.
Mm-mm.
It literally changed the way I shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing else has changed it that dramatically.
No.
Magmod.
Godox.
Yeah, Godox. So if you're listening.
Yeah. And I'm thankful too, just that I started this photography experience in Orlando. Because I feel like there's just so many opportunities, right? Yes, it's one of the most oversaturated markets for photographers in the United States.
But
The like per capita of photographers is so ridiculously high. But at the same time, like there's so many opportunities. There's so much going on.
the amount of stuff that needs to be photographed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, between all the theme parks, all the hotels, all the convention centers, like there's always stuff going on.
I would almost kind of turn that into, I'm also thankful for starting with Disney too.
Mm-hmm.
And because, man, did we meet some, pretty high-end photographers, master photographers that taught us a lot.
Yes. And then you go to conventions with them and they know everyone.
Yeah.
They're the ones judging the print competitions.
And you're like, how did you learn all this stuff? But, getting free education, everything I learned in school, they got me in the door, but I didn't really learn anything until I was on this job with them. And to learn how to shoot fast, efficient, and correct.
And I think we've talked about this before, not just that we got to, it would have still been great if we got to shadow one or two of those photographers. But the fact that on a daily basis, we're working with 30 different photographers at any given time.
Yep.
And, like we've said, we learn the things we want to continue doing and we learn some things we don't ever want to do because we see what happens when they do them.
Correct.
And when I talk to other photographers, like they just don't have that experience. It could be like a very isolated existence.
And sometimes you're in your own bubble. You don't know if you're doing good or bad anyway.
Right.
But I had daily feedback of if I was good enough, if I wasn't good enough. It molded me into the type of photographer I wanted to be because I could literally see every example from good to bad. So I'll never...
Yeah, and seeing too, like some people pick up on trends sooner or they're just trying something different and you can, pick and choose what you like and don't like.
And I know with I always call them classes, but our class that came in a little bit younger, there was the old way of doing it. And then the young kids came in and started pushing. And we were like, well, that's kind of old way of doing it. We kind of want to do it like this. And then that started getting popular or correct. And so then it would kind of push everyone. And there's always a little bit of, I felt there was always a little bit of competition of who can get the best photo instead of just being, we shot it.
Well, and then there's always the discussion of best photo, technically, but then what people like.
Correct.
And often those are two different sets of photographers that, can do those things. But we get to work with all of them.
We do.
So.
And still work with most of them all the time.
Well, one of the photographers that's at Disney now, she primarily photographs concerts.
Yeah.
So the things she brings from her concert world into the portrait and wedding world, there's a reason she's won photo of the month for 10 out of the 12 months because she just has a different approach because she has a different background and what she does outside of weddings is so different. And then just, thankful that we've gotten to do so many wild things.
Yeah, we've shot some crazy banana stuff.
Right? Even we've done all the theme park stuff, right? I photographed a family, it was a billionaire and he brought 50 of his family members. And I was literally on the rides with them, taking the pictures. They look like commercial photos because we got so much access because of it. But then even to photographing destination weddings and I was out on a catamaran in the Dominican Republic photographing a bride and groom. I
photographed into Vegas, Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Hawaii.
You've done cruise. I've been in a cruise wedding.
Oh yes.
I've never photographed one.
I've photographed, let's see, two cruise weddings, and then I've photographed a cruise.
I guess that's not true. I've been on I've event for cruises though. I've done event photography for those themed cruises. So that's crazy.
Well, you've met so many celebrities.
Tons of celebrities.
Let's
list them off all right now. I'm best friends with.
None of them.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
Yeah.
But even then, that's not a joke. But also photographing so many people's weddings, but even celebrities' weddings and things like that, and realizing, oh, they're just regular people, just like us.
Yeah. And I mean, we've had other opportunities that were much sadder.
Yeah.
But still kind of an honor to get the opportunity to, a parent who's failing in health and like they know this is their last trip together with their kids and getting pictures of them together, like that family's going to look at those pictures for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
Like everyone. So like getting the chance to do that is really special too.
I got to photograph Cinderella and her little pony, the little pony in front of the castle. That was a big honor. That's cool.
For those of you who didn't watch
I can
the
show you the
last
photo.
episode, that was me.
Oh, okay. But even things like the Trash the Dresses in Typhoon Lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just not just Disney. It's all the crazy places we've been. NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy Space Center, I guess, is NASA's kind of random. But yeah, Kennedy Space Center weddings, Kennedy Space Center events.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I'm missing everything.
I know. I know. It not that it becomes commonplace, but like it's still we're going to work.
Yeah.
It's not like not having a party.
You know, all the CEOs, board member photos.
Mm-hmm. That time that I didn't know who George Kalogridis was.
Yeah, you should know that. I did his headshot.
When he was president of the company.
I photographed his headshot.
And I said, "Sir, excuse me, can you slide to your left?"
Can you get out of here?
He was in the back. He didn't have a name tag.
He's a cool guy.
I didn't know.
He was fine.
He didn't care.
Yeah.
Everyone else did. He didn't.
All the opening team photos we used to do?
Yeah.
That was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you give those because I get to ride the ride. That was the...
right? As the opening team for whatever attraction or land it was.
Snow White, Mermaid, be our guest. Nobody cares. It's a restaurant. But Rise of the Resistance, like 2 months, 3 months before it opened. That was a big one.
Yeah.
We did all those photos.
Yeah, I didn't get to do any of those.
Because they were mine.
I know. But I didn't even go as an assist on them.
Once I got the first one, I was like, these are mine.
Well, and we have had some extra opportunities as being cast members, like going on ride previews and things like that, which is fun. Nice little perks.
All thankful.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All thankful. What else we got?
Well, are we good? Are we good on photography related?
What about life?
I mean, obviously, thankful for my family and thankful that I get to live close enough to them where I get to see them more frequently. I was in Georgia for a while and it got to be really hard to be that far away. I mean, I know it's only one state, but it's still like a 12-hour drive. So what?
Well, my family lives in Oregon. So.
I know. That's got to be so hard.
I know.
I normally see my family, my parents and sister and nephew. I try to see them like once a month, or the longest is like once every other month. Obviously, I'm not seeing them this month because I'm working 17 days a week.
Yeah. I can come to you, okay?
To do what? To watch me sleep between jobs.
Be nice. I watch you sleep all the time. So my mother lives in actually Washington State now, but Pacific Northwest. My aunt live there. They all live in Oregon and Washington. So when my mom makes a trip out there, she comes out here twice or 3 times a year. We went out last summer, so we try to go out there as well. Mm-hmm. But so that's harder, but I'm still thankful. They just came a few weeks ago. We had lots of fun. I'm also thankful for my family. Mm-hmm. I have a wife and 2 kids who I love. Legally, I have to say that. But they're at really good ages right now. My son's 14. My daughter's 11. So, he's becoming a man. So it's kind of fun. We're getting to do more, he's less Minecraft and more like he wants to do what dad does. You know? Not that I watch a lot of sports, but he's more into some sports now. He's starting to like really into working out, which clearly I'm into working out. He
definitely got that from you.
So, lots of things. He's going on roller coasters now. So, for the longest time, I'd be like, nobody wants to ride roller coasters. Just Jacob. Now he's on roller coasters. So that's fun.
Yeah. Well, he came with us when we did our cast preview for Tiana's.
That's right. So, and he's almost taller than me. Wild.
I know. I remember like when I first met your kids, like your daughter was a baby or like a toddler at the oldest.
2013. So we started in 2014.
I started 2014.
Yeah. So you met her when she was probably 1 or
it was like in passing in the parking lot or something. You guys were switching off the kids.
Yeah.
So you could come into work or something like that.
Something wild.
But yeah, I mean, like a little teeny tiny little.
Now she's a real human. So I'm thankful for all of them, obviously. Thankful, we have a home. We have a home that survived a hurricane. It was a new home, so this was our first test.
Oh
So
yeah.
it passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yep.
Thankful for, I assume, health.
We don't go to the doctor to
I'm
check.
actually doing my yearly blood test this week.
Uh-huh.
Like, just have to fast and just they're doing the whole, like, checking the engine. Just check everything.
So maybe we shouldn't have just eaten a whole bunch of chips and trail mix.
I stand by what I did. So I assume health. This might be the last episode. We don't know. What else? What are you thankful for?
Well, I'm also thankful.
Yeah,
for
we gotta-
my.
I'm
Yeah.
thankful for your house.
I know. So my thankful for my partner Ryan, and then we do have this house. So we've been in this house for 2.5 years, and so we actually moved in, and then like 2 months later had Hurricane Ian. So that was fun. It's an older house. It was built in the early 60s, and still has a lot of original things. So almost all original windows.
Oh, okay.
Like the crank out kind, and we had no idea, but I have to keep reminding myself, like, she's been through some storms already.
Yes, this ain't nothing.
So yeah, it's a
Same with that big ass tree out there. That tree isn't
Right.
scared.
right. But I'm super thankful that we have a room like this. So this is my like studio, office, library, whatever we need to use it for. So
Yeah.
right now is our podcast,
Podcast
studio. So that's really fun that we have that. And my nephew is turning 2 in January.
That's right.
And he's just so much fun. Like, well, he still doesn't like totally love me yet.
Yeah, of course.
he has to warm up to me every time I see him. So the other day, my mom sent me a video. She was watching him, and she sent me a video of him saying, hi, Auntie, like to the camera. And so I sent him one back saying, hi, AJ. And then my mom said she played it for him, and then he ran away. So we're working on it.
It's a lot of
We're
Don
working on
coming
it.
at you. It took me a few years to get like,
Right.
hi, Jacob. Oh, God. Just
I just reel it
easy.
back. Tone it
Easy,
down.
Don.
But no, he's so fun, and like just a bundle of energy, and just like provides entertainment for all of us.
They're easy when they're not your kids.
I know. My sister's probably watching, like,
Mhm. She's
cursing
like,
me.
mhm.
I know. He is a lot. He has a lot of energy, but he's just really fun and very sweet little boy. And he's talking and running around, and like one of the things I really loved when I was a kid, I used to love the Highlights magazines.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they make Highlights magazines for babies. And so I got him a subscription last
Wasn't
year.
it horny for babies? Like,
No, the
Okay.
ones you remember were for like
Yeah.
elementary school, but they make them for like 0 to 2-year-olds,
Okay.
where it's like paper, like that's indestructible, and it's just all shapes and colors, whatever. And I love getting the videos of him when he gets his issue in. He knows what the mailer looks like, and he knows it's for him. And he'll like this past month he had the magazine on the couch, and he was like standing at the couch, like flipping through and looking at it. So I like that he also loves reading and nerdy stuff so far. We're excited.
even though this is probably going to be our lowest rated episode, I am thankful for this podcast.
Me too.
This
Me
is something
too.
I've wanted to do for how long?
Well, Jacob first mentioned it in January of 2024.
I believe it was December.
Maybe December of 2023.
And said for the new year,
Right.
we should start talking about all of our nonsense.
And we did start in the new year. It was just
Ma'am.
August
Yeah.
when we started.
And also, we had all that extra time during the summer. And then we
Right?
started it when it got busy.
Yes, of course.
Business. I don't know why I looked at the camera. Business.
But, I mean, it happened.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's going. It's really fun.
Absolutely.
I look
That's all
forward
I
to
wanted
it.
to do. Yeah, we do look forward to this.
Mhm.
Like we talk, I mean, all we text now.
Yeah, I know.
Podcast. Ideas.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really far
Captions.
off from what we used to text about.
That's true.
It's just now it's
But now it's my face. It's a lot more my face.
Right.
I wanted less of my face.
It still used to always be like all the stories,
Yeah.
and now there's just like a purpose behind the stories. I am legitimately very thankful.
I'm thankful
for
for all of our sponsors and all of our guests.
it. We should be sponsored by Owala.
Maybe.
Where's
and
yours?
all and Apple and Fuji and Lego and IKEA.
We're open.
Anyone.
So cool.
Yeah. Happy
See?
Thanksgiving.
See, look,
No, you just made me thirsty.
Twins.
This is really, I don't know. My wife.
They're both
Oh, my
Owala.
wife bought this. I have no idea. I'm thankful that my wife bought this because it's a great water bottle.
It
but
is a great water bottle.
How would I know what it was for? I'm like, I just need a water bottle that will be cold. She's like, here you go.
Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah. What else we got?
I mean, you can't set me up to be the one that there is to say there isn't anything else I'm thankful
That's
for.
the whole point. I'm thankful for everything and everyone everywhere all at once.
What
Dawn
can I
is
say?
not.
Okay.
What'd you shoot this week?
So this week was like the longest week of my life.
Yeah, it was.
It was a lot. So when we talk about like this time of year, like mid-September to mid-November being busy,
I don't think anyone actually understands what we mean.
it is busy.
Busy.
So I worked 10, 12, 24. I worked like 48 hours in 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was photographing a conference over at the Gaylord Palms, and it was Sunday through Wednesday. So I was there like 12 hours a day, either photographing like breakout sessions or different awards meals, there was an awards luncheon, then there was an awards dinner, and then, you know, all the different like groups within that. They had an expo hall. So going in and I got to see the robot from Boston Dynamics. It was after you
Well,
left.
that's going to kill us all?
The yellow one that
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a dog.
The dog?
Yeah.
That they strap guns to now? And okay. Cool.
Delaney and I were trying to like scarf down lunch on the third day or the fourth day. And the third day. And it just walked like right past us, and we dropped our food and just grabbed our cameras and started running and chasing after it. But so did that. And you were there too.
I was.
So
Stopped in randomly 2 times and left.
So part of the conference was like roaming photography, and then they also needed a headshot station.
Mhm.
So you and Mike tackled the headshot station. I feel like you must have been very busy.
Very
There were a
busy.
lot of pictures.
Especially because the first day I came after, I already had a shoot. So, like, literally, I came from a shoot.
That's right.
To the evening to help out Mike. And then I came in the next day and did the full day. And I mean, what did we take? Like,
It was 215 total headshots over the 2 days.
with each one being somewhere between 4 and 10 photos each.
Oh no, there were there was like 3,000 images.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
it was
a
lot.
lot. It was a lot.
And it's okay that tethering just decided to die one
Oh
time.
my gosh. The tethering was a nightmare, and then the memory card was filling up, and then there
Stuff
were
that,
some
like,
challenges.
we've never had problems before,
Mm-mm.
but for some reason, just right there.
Everything went wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had that, and then the day after that, I had another event for engineers. I didn't realize it, but I had 5 days in a row with engineers.
That's too much engineers.
That's a lot of engineers. But it was a scholarship reception at UCF. So all the students it was the students that received the scholarships for the College of Engineering and Computer Science, but then also the top donors. So it was cool because some of the donors got to sit down and eat dinner with the exact student their money went to, which is pretty cool. But then, they wanted everyone to be able to get pictures together. It was cool for the donors at each table. They had a picture frame made for them, like a custom frame. And they said, like, please take a picture with your students. And so now they have those pictures that I took to put in the frame. So,
Gotcha.
And then we had a bat mitzvah together.
We did.
It was lots of Dawn and Jacob time this week.
I think, and I haven't got over all this stuff, but I have second shot more in the last 2 weeks than my entire career, I think, ever. I don't know what happened, because next week it's no longer, it's Jacob's on his own again. I'm the big boy.
Yeah.
But like, for whatever reason, like,
There was a
like
lot.
2 weeks, I was just,
It's just this time of
I
year.
know.
It's wild. Well, so what else did you do other than
well, on Sunday, the start of the week, I had a wedding. I was second shooting, and that was at a hotel in iDrive. And then we went to a very small brewery in downtown Soto, so south of downtown.
Oh, okay.
Kind of off of Orange and
Mhm.
Cayley area.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. They rented out the whole place,
Hmm.
and they just had, they had a barbecue place come in, bring up one of those big old barbecue trucks,
Mhm.
Mission Barbecue. So we had barbecue, and they had all the beers they could want. It was like-
Nice.
I mean, they paid for it. but,
Right.
And that was with Stephanie. And we even did like a shot. Like they had the name of the brewery on this little tiny glass. It wasn't a shot glass, a little bit bigger. It was like more like a flight, like a tasting. And we did a ring shot with it. Originally, we were like, we should dump them in. But then we decided not. But we got like the bride's favorite beer and put it there. And
that's cool.
And I tried it. It was okay.
I do remember when I was first starting at Disney, I was second shooting with Amanda, and she did a ring shot in the blue champagne that they serve there. And I was like, oh, you just put the rings in there? She's like, it's fine. It's fine. And then she just like pulled them back out, dried them off, handed them back.
Put them back. Here you go. And then the next day was we went to Universal. We had a Universal at a Harry Potter shoot, which led into me meeting you at Gaylord Palms and helping with the headshots. Turn around to the next day to doing the full day of headshots. Right. Then leaving in the evening to go to a fundraiser for Felix, who needs a kidney. He is a manager at Disney. That we did a fundraiser. I donated a portrait session. So the person that won, it was a raffle and they won. You got to put in tickets. Did Tiffany win all of them? Or Tiffany won mine because I donated a headshot session. It was a basket of stuff. Oh, okay. So yours was just in there. Oh, okay. But there was also like a Tijuana Flats gift card and like a Cracker Barrel gift card. They just kind of like bundled stuff. Okay, cool. So, but you gave away something. I gave away something. So I was there. Do you remember Casey from Disney Weddings? She's now she used to be a Day of girl. Now she's in the admin. Oh, yeah. She won. Oh, cool. So for mine. But they raised a lot of money for him, so hopefully that's helps. Awesome. And then I saw a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while too, not just like old school Disney fine art photography people showed up. So that was that Tuesday? I don't even know. You're already tired. Yeah, that was Tuesday night. Was it? Yep. Because I was at Icon Park that night. At somewhere in there, I had a freelance wedding. I did shoot my own freelance wedding. Can't remember when it was. I'd have to look at my calendar. It was in there somewhere. And then we had the bar mitzvah on Saturday. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I don't want to look because now it's stressing me out. Yeah. We had the bat mitzvah in the morning. That's right. Yeah. And we did temple photos first. And the temple is in my neighborhood. So we came back here and we started the transformation. That's true. And then we came back for the party at night over at Winter Park Farmers Market. Yep. It's a good venue. Always a good venue. Oh, I lost all track of time and space. This week was completely wake up, shower, work, come home, sleep, wake up. There was literally nothing else. I also had a lot of these weird where I was leaving one space to go to another place. But usually I'd prefer just give me the long day. I was go in here, go home, come back there. But it's fine. Even with the conference, every night they had something off property. Yeah. So even within that, not every night. The first day was all at Gaylord. But then the second night, third night, and the fourth day, we had to go to a second location, which is just, you're always chasing the next. You never get. You can't finish the one event, and then everyone just gets to get on a bus and get bused to the next spot. And but we have to and pack everything up and. It's a whole thing. So I can't believe you did all that for $500. I mean, good for you. I did not do it for $500. Okay. It is Thanksgiving week. Yes. So we are going to talk about our favorite Thanksgiving foods. No cheating. Okay. You go first. Number 5. Well, I was doing honorable mention. Okay, fine. Do an honorable mention. Because it's not really food. Okay. But because it reminds me of my childhood and I still drink it, is it called Martinelli's apple cider? Oh. It looks like a champagne bottle. We used to have that. I felt like such a grown up because we put it in champagne glasses. That's fun. I was like a big boy. Still get it. And I give it to my kids and I drink it. Oh, that's a fun tradition. Yeah. So that's it's not a meal, but it is delicious. That's your honorable mention? Honorable mention. Okay. So what's number 5 then? I'm going to make a lot of people upset. It's turkey. At the bottom of the list. Turkey's not even on my list. Yeah. Spoiler. Ooh. I don't really like turkey. Well, I like turkey, but usually it's stuffed in so many other stuff that it's just a part of it. It's just a vessel for carrying. Correct. The mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing. Just all mixed in there. So I just put it on turkey because I think I have to, but yeah. Okay, so my number 5 is
a little bit of a cheat. Maybe I should have made it an honorable mention instead, but I was running out of ideas.
Okay.
It is the leftovers experience.
Okay, I was going to talk about no, that doesn't count.
Well, that's what I put.
Because that's all my 1 through 5 together.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like there's something about like having it as all together as leftovers, the full meal.
Sure.
So that's my number 5. Not like Ross's Thanksgiving sandwich.
Number 4.
Okay.
This is something I did not grow up with, but something my Florida family, my mother, my in-laws, and Crystal, that they have made. It's a sweet potato bake. So they just take sweet potatoes and then they some sort of something on top with sugar, and it bakes and creates like a crust.
Uh-huh.
It's real good.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is. Some sort of hillbilly thing. I don't know. But I enjoy it. And we make it now. So I know it's just sweet potatoes with, again, some sort of sugar crust on top. But it makes it like brown and like crumbly, but it's also hard. I don't know. It's delicious. Look it up. 10 out of 10.
Crystal, can you provide the recipe, please?
Yes.
Okay, so my number 4 is partially because they're delicious, but also partially just because it's funny. It's like the Grand's flaky biscuits, but it's because we almost always forget them, and it's like last minute we're trying to get everything out,
What?
and we have to run and put the biscuits in the oven because we always forget them every year.
Biscuits?
They're really good. I like carbs. Okay.
Yeah, the whole menu is carbs, but there's so many better carbs than dry, flaky grandma biscuits.
They're not the dry flaky. They're like the buttery flaky ones that you peel like layer by layer.
Number 3,
Go ahead.
mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Just carb central, baby. Fluffy, creamy, buttery
Mm-hmm.
mashed potatoes. Nothing else needed.
Do you make them from potatoes or do you make them from like a box or like frozen or something?
Potatoes. Potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anyone knows. I'm useless in a kitchen, so I don't make any of these foods.
Oh,
I don't.
muzzle tough.
No one wants to eat anything that I eat in a
Okay.
kitchen or that I cook in a kitchen. Best
Except for your
to just
biscuits.
skip it. That's because I take them
You're
out of a can
delicious.
and I put them on a pan.
And you probably still mess them up.
Yes, we always forget them. Okay, my number 3 is stuffing. I mean, what's not to love about stuffing?
Sure. Some people call it dressing, though. That's stuffing. In the bird stuffing or the box stuffing?
Honestly, I am not picky.
That's
Normally-
also the correct answer.
Normally in the bird, but like, I am not picky. And I only eat it at Thanksgiving and as leftovers from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I don't eat it any other time of
I would, but I
But
never
I-
think of it.
year.
But if you
I
offered
don't.
me stuffing right now, I'd be like, yeah,
Sure.
I'm gonna eat this.
But
It's got onions.
it's not going to happen. All right, number 2.
My number 2 is, I don't know if it's considered I mean, I know it's a food. It's a liquid. But homemade gravy. 'Cause again, I'm building here. I'm
Mhm.
building.
Okay, I'm seeing it.
I'm building.
I'm seeing it.
So the gravy and then just dump it over everything. That's the
Mhm.
way it tastes. So
Yeah.
the turkey gets covered in gravy, mashed potatoes, stuffing. It all gets covered in
Mhm.
gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Gravy.
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is corn casserole. So you do
I know what that is.
this I do know how to make. So it's a pack of corn muffin mix.
Okay.
Dump that in. Then you do a can of cream corn, can of regular corn. And then there's like different ways. You can either do sour cream or like eggs or butter. But then it all bakes together. So it's like this giant cornbread thing filled with corn, and it's like creamy and yummy.
I believe it's maize.
Best thing ever.
Okay.
I do know how to make that.
So I'm definitely not eating it. I'll tell you that right now.
No, it's really good. It's really good.
Okay.
And that does pop up other times of year because it's that good.
Number 1
Number 1.
is the appropriate stuffing. There is no other number 1.
Mm-mm.
Yes. It is
It's-
the best.
It's number 3.
No, it's number
Number
1 because it's bread and seasoning and fluffy and delicious.
It's all the things.
If you
Jacob
gave me a
and I
plate
love.
of stuffing and nothing else on Thanksgiving, I would be more than happy.
Okay, well,
Stuffing and some apple cider.
that's how I feel about my number 1. My number 1 is sweet potatoes with marshmallows baked on top.
Is that what mine is?
That's what-
I don't know what it is.
I think you would know if they were marshmallows on top of yours.
I've actually never seen it made. It just shows up.
But it would be on your plate with marshmallows. Like you would see the marshmallows.
No.
Don't you
It's
remember
brown.
the episode in Friends where Monica was like, Rachel, you want to put the marshmallows in a concentric circle? And she throws the marshmallows. She's like, no, Mon, you want to put the marshmallows in a concentric circle.
You want to put the marshmallows in concentric circles. No, Mon, you want to put them in concentric circles.
But you
I've
make
never seen Friends. Sorry.
you make sweet potatoes and you put it
All
in a like casserole dish, and then you put
So it's not the
marshmallows
sweet
on
potato
top,
bake.
and then put it in the oven. And it's just
You don't have to
brown-
mimic oven. Like I know what.
I talk with my hands, okay?
And obviously, you didn't even do the full. Then put it in. Then close it. If you're gonna do it all the way. Don't half-ass this.
So it's the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows
All right.
baked on top, where they like get browned and like
That's not what
delicious.
Mine is something different.
And so I've had that every Thanksgiving for my entire life. And we had like a group of family friends that we used to have Thanksgiving with, because all of our extended families were in other states. So we would often do like holidays together. And one year my mom decided to do something different with the mashed potatoes. There was like pecans or something, but it was like because it like one of the other people coming had recommended it or liked it or something. And so I did not get my sweet potatoes with marshmallows. And I threatened to not come home next Thanksgiving.
I respect that.
if
You
I
got to put
didn't-
your foot down somewhere.
So, but again, it's only a Thanksgiving food, no other time of year.
I'm the same way with stuffing, though. Don't mess with the basics.
Right.
Like I've had some in-laws that will like put like raisins or like sausage in it,
Oh,
and I'm like, it's
wait,
fine.
but sausage is good in it.
No.
Not raisins.
Just keep the.
the bread.
Just give me the bread. And again, it can be stovetop. I don't care. It's all delicious. It's the sodium higher, the better. So that's what I'm like. What's your sodium count?
Blood work is before
Correct.
Thanksgiving.
Like it should be gravy in my blood. That's when I'm done. But do you know what the real number one though is?
What's the real number
The
one?
moist maker. Because I do after every Thanksgiving, I make an actual moist maker.
Really?
3 pieces of bread,
Uh-huh.
toasted, each layer in gravy, then like mashed potatoes and turkey and stuffing and mash, and then more stuffing, and then
You see, my sister makes these amazing turkey sandwiches. Her secret is she puts an extra slice of gravy-soaked bread in the middle. I call it the moist maker.
Oh,
I'll take a picture of it.
okay.
The moist maker, baby.
I'm excited for it.
Every year. That's what I'm actually the most. That's what I get more excited about than this. Is
So
the,
see, my leftovers was not far off. There's something special about it.
yes, but it's not the number one food.
It's not. I said
Stuffing,
it was 5.
stuffing,
Sweet potatoes.
stuffing. Sweet potato bake with the brown stuff on top.
I need to find out what
Oven to
this really is.
450. Open it up. Sweet potato bake in.
Stirred
Yeah.
together. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite things. My nephew like
Makes?
recites- No, although he did help with making. I think they were making pancakes.
He's 2 years
And
old.
he
He
like
don't do anything.
poured the milk in, and he was stirring, and he like popped the egg yolk, but he'll do stir from Sesame Street.
I
It's
don't
very
know what
cute. Your kids are too old
Too
now.
old, so All right.
But
Well,
cool.
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
We out.
everybody. Bye.